Okay, I am outside the house right now with the door propped open just to give you a sense of what's going on. This is the first upright post. Again, I used 6x6s for the main supports and 2x6s for most of the rest of it. A little bit of 2x8 in there. But this is the shorter one of the two, and it's going to go inside the boat with the other one going outside back here, which I'll show you in a minute. So I've got the knee braces bolted on. I've got the lag screws not quite all the way set in, just because when I finally set them, I want it to be in the boat, and I've got to take it all apart to get it up the ladder and inside the boat. It's pretty doggone heavy, that 2x6 is. So I'll get a little closer here. I used a combination of lag screws and through bolts. You can see the through bolt right there. I haven't put the nuts on again because I'm going to just disassemble. Down here at the bottom, I've got a 2x6 running longitudinally, and then a chunk of 6x6 that's bolted and screwed in, just so the upright 6x6 has something to nest against. That'll be more important, as you'll see, when I raise the 6x6 on the bigger one that goes in the back. So this is the perch for the two 2x8 rails, and again, the rails will sit on either side of the piece you see sticking up and screw in, and then there'll be a trolley that rides between those two, and the chain fall will hang from that, and I'll show you how I build that in a little bit. So this is the support that's going to go in the back, and the real problem with this is going to be raising the 6x6. That 6x6 is 118 inches, I think. It's pretty long, so it weighs a lot, and it's going to go just about where you see that right there, and I'm going to nest the base of the 6x6 against that chunk right down there, and then up top, I hope you can see, I've got a pulley up there. I'm going to attach a rope and basically just kind of pull it into place, and then I put a 2x3 right there that will I'll screw into that with some lags just to keep it steady and upright. I might have to do a little bit more bracing, we'll see. But that is where we're at for right now, and hopefully in a little bit we'll be able to start taking things apart. I know the outdrive has to come off in order to get the engine out, and of course the swim platform might as well come off, because I'm going to be doing the fiberglass on the transom. Oh, I wanted to show you this. This is the hardware that I used. Most of it is 1/2 inch carriage bolts, and they work real good to go all the way through. The washers, use a good washer. That's one of my pet peeves, is cheap thin washers that bend when you tighten down on them. Regular nuts there in the bag, and then the lag screws also help support it. So give you a shot from this side over here, and you can see that I put the knee braces one on each side. That was just more convenient way to do it. And up, and again, that's where everything, the beams are going to sit up top. Okay, that's all for now. See you next time. The crane is essentially done, and I didn't put a lot of this on tape. It was just too much moving around and too many camera angles for me to really show you up close anything that I was doing, and I figured I could explain it to you just as well. So this is the long support that goes all the way to the ground, and there are the twin beams sitting up top, and I'll just kind of walk you through everything that I've done so you have a good sense if you had to build something like this yourself. So again, the base is 2x6. The blocks are 6x6s, and the knee braces are also 2x6. So the strength of this comes from these 2x8 supports and the bolts going through the 2x6, and they are long bolts, so they come all the way out the other side. And these are lag screws. They're 3/8 by 5 inches long, here, and then this is another through bolt that goes all the way through. And here there's a through bolt with 2 lags, and down here on the base of the knee, then I put a through bolt and a lag there. So it's well supported, it's strong. And then going up to the top, I'll get a better angle over here. You can see some more of how the beams sit on top of the piece of 2x8 and the distance apart. That's where the crane will run. So I used lag screws to hold all that together. And you can see I have some shims in there. That's what leveled everything out, and that worked just fine. All right, let me take you to inside the boat and we'll show you the rest of it. Okay, so we're inside the boat, and we'll try and get you back as far as we can. This one was made the exact same way. The bolting and lagging with the 2x6 base and the 6x6 blocks. So this one's shorter, of course, because it's in the boat, but this might get you a better view of what's going on here. You can see the support that the rails are riding on, and then the upright that everything's screwed into. And then around the back, you can see the lag bolts that hold it all together. And just kind of a shot all the way down. So the rails are 2x8 by 12s, and the only I don't know if it's a worry, but I measured it, and the distance from the engine, once I get it clear and free and out in this area here, it's just enough room before the engine hits the knee brace. But the bigger concern is still the overhead height and getting the engine up high enough to clear the aft railing right there. So I don't know if you can tell, but from the railing to the bottom of the beams is only about 4.5–5 feet. So when you add the chain fall and a little bit of angled for the chain going to the engine. That eats up those inches real fast. So anyway, this is pretty well complete. The last thing I'll show you is the trolley that rides on top of the beams and holds the crane, the chain fall. So I will get that done and show you around that pretty soon, and hopefully we can start unbolting the engine and getting it out and get on with the demolition of the soft spongy deck and get on with the project of making this thing beautiful again. All right, thanks for watching. So I somehow forgot to record the building of the trolley. My bad, oops. But I can show it to you here real quick. And this is a simple frame. The front piece is made out of 2x2 angle steel 1/4 inch web. The sides are made out of 4" by 5.4 pounds per foot C-channel. And there's a piece of 3/4 inch bar in the middle. The rollers, which I'll put a link to, are from McMaster Carr. There's 4 of them to distribute the weight, as you can see right there. I dropped the C-channel down below the top edge of the beam so that it would never come off. It's just a simple welded construction, and it worked extremely well. Handled the load just fine, and was inexpensive. So depending on your setup, you could do something similar or different, whatever it needs. But this is the end shot, which shows that the rollers protrude below the edge of the 2" angle steel so that it rolls, but the angle steel is needed to tie it all together.